Hello everyone, this is Sapia from Hopeless Duelist coming to you with the Crystal Beast deck profile. Crystal Beasts are quite an old deck, but they are still really good, and they're just really nice for casual play because they don't have any huge combos that absolutely devastate other decks. So they're a lot more fun to play against and to use as well. You don't get people getting annoyed at you, to put it simply. Right, so let's get started with the monsters. We've got 3 Sapphire Pegasus. Sapphire Pegasus is basically the engine of the deck. It brings out all your Crystal Beasts into the spell and trap card zone, and it's a nice beta and goes into rank 4s, so it's good. 3 Topaz Tigers. Topaz Tiger is sort of your beat stick, really. Goes up to 2k when he's attacking a monster. 2.8 with a release, which gets over most threats. So, he's nice. He's really good, and he goes into rank 4s as well. So that's always nice to have. 2 Amber Mammoths. Amber Mammoth's really there to fill up the Crystal Beast spaces. He exceeds into rank 4s. He's got 1/7 attack, which isn't too bad, and his effect isn't too bad either. But he's mostly just there to fill up space. Right, 2 Ruby Carbuncle. Carbuncle is an amazing card. You promise him or you beacon him, and you've netted yourself some pluses. You can exceed with whatever you're summoning. And it's a real game changer, really. So it's really good. 1 Emerald Tortoise. Emerald Tortoise is its effect is mediocre, but it can go into rank 3s with Carbuncle, and sometimes its effect really saves you, especially if you switch Emerald Tortoise itself to defense, because it has 2000 defense, which is, not too easy to get by. Then I've got 1 Dragon Queen of Tragic Endings. Now, this card wasn't released anytime, close to the time that the Crystal Beasts themselves were released, but it's a really, really good card in this deck. You just need to control 3 Crystal Beasts in your spell and trap card zone, and you can special summon them from your hand. And on top of that, it's 2/6 defense, which is amazing. 1/9 attack as well, which isn't too bad. It gets over a lot of things. On top of that, when you inflict battle damage with it, your opponent has to discard 1 card, and you draw 1. And in all your matchups, except Dark Worlds, maybe, that is a brilliant effect to have. And it resurrects itself during your standby phase just by sending 1 Crystal Beast to the graveyard. It's the ideal tech card for Crystal Beasts. You don't really need more than 1 because it resurrects itself. It can get bottomless, but apart from that, you don't really need more than 1. You want to keep your monster count low as it is. 16 is a lot, and that's how many I run. Next is 1 Grand Mole. Grand Mole is really good when you want to deal with big beaters, and just annoying monsters that you can't get past otherwise. And Grand Mole just kind of comes out and goes, yeah, nope, not happening. It can send everything back to the deck. Back to the hand or the extra deck, including stuff like Zen Mines, which is always annoying to deal with. Then 1 Fossil Diner, because you don't special summon too often in this deck, and it's really nice to lock down your opponent's special summons, especially nowadays when special summoning is a big thing. And he can also exceed into rank 4s if need be, if you want to use your beacons or your promises. So he's a really nice tech choice, and a lot of people run him nowadays in Crystal Beast, just because he locks down your opponent. And then pretty standard, 2 Veilers, because Veiler is kind of a necessary card nowadays. Hand traps are really the way to go, and Veiler is a really good one. That's all the monsters, 16 monsters. Onto the spells, of which there are a lot. There's 23 spells, if I'm right. which in Crystal Beasts, it's really a deck that runs around spells. So 23 spells is pretty normal for Crystal Beasts. Right, let's get started. 3 Crystal Beacons. This card, I mean, come on, it's what more do you need from a card? It special summons for free, and if you special summon a Sapphire Pegasus with it, you've got yourself another card in your spell and trap card zone. It's amazing. It's, you know, there's no arguing it at 3, no less. Seriously. And then Crystal Promise. Now, at first, I thought Crystal Promise, doesn't seem like too great of a card. You know, it only special summons one of your Crystal Beasts from your spell and trap card zone. And, I don't know, at first it seemed to me like you didn't want to summon them from there. You want to keep them there to, you know, abundance or to use Ancient Cities effects. But I found out quite quickly that using Promises on Pegasus or Carbuncle is a great way to change the game. It really does. In the tests I've done with it, it's really helped me. So I've decided I'd run 3 of them, just because it's been a great card so far. And then, not a big surprise, 3 Ancient City. I mean, this is like the ideal field spell. It has 5 effects, and all of them are really, really good. So there's really no reason not to run 3. I mean, you can summon Carbuncle with its 5th effect, and you've got yourself 4 more monsters. I mean, you don't really need anything better than that from a field spell. 2 Crystal Abundance, because yeah, this card, oh god, when it goes off correctly, it's just amazing. It can't be starlighted, you can't negate it with Stardust, you know, it doesn't destroy, it sends the cards, it wipes the field and then gives you monsters. You know, you summon Pegasuses with it and you've got more cards in your spell and trap card zone again. It's just amazing. It's kind of a win condition, really. There's not much they can do after that, except maybe drop Gauls. Right, then 2 releases. Release is really good. It ups the attack of your Crystal Beasts, which, you know, you kind of want. They're not too strong. I mean, Topaz Tiger goes up to about 2,000, but even 2,000 is not really always enough to run most things over. Also, even if you don't have a Crystal Beast target on the field, you can just set it, and if they MSD it, its effect still goes off, because it's sent from the field to the graveyard, and it gives you a Crystal Beast in your spell and trap card zone. So there's really no reason not to run it. It's a nice card. Then 3 Smashing Grounds, because once again, Crystal Beasts don't really have the attack power to get over a lot of big monsters. So you want to run things which will help you in getting rid of those monsters, and Smashing Ground is one of those things, you know, because it's a spell-based deck, so you might as well run spells which get rid of them. Next, run 2 Terraformings, because, well, you want to get those Ancient Cities out, and Terraforming is a great way to do that. 2 MSTs, because they're staples, and MST is still a great card. 2's the best amount to run it at. 1 Monster Reborn, which is a staple, Dark Hole, which is a staple, and Book of Moon, which is a staple. I don't run Heavy Storm because, well, it's sort of obvious, really. You want to keep those Crystal Beasts in your spell and trap card zone. You don't want to get rid of them. So, Heavy Storm would be incredibly counterproductive. Now, I only run 1 trap, and there's a reason I only run 1 trap. It's because it's this trap. It's Treacherous Trap Hole, which doesn't work if there's any other traps in your graveyard, but it destroys 2 monsters on the field for free. Like, it's good. It's amazing, especially because you have a very spell-heavy deck. Having the 1 trap, which does something awesome, you know, it's a nice plus. And I've also found that running more than one trap, or even any traps at all, it clogs up your back row, and you don't want that. You really don't want that in Crystal Beasts. You want to be able to get your abundance off. You want to be able to get your Ancient Cities effects. So I stick to this one trap, and really you can activate it any time and just get rid of their monsters, which is really nice. Now onto the extra deck. The extra deck at the moment, it's not 15 cards. It's nowhere near 15 cards, but I basically decided, because of the ability to summon rank 4s and rank 3s, I just stick a bunch of useful rank 4s and rank 3s into the extra deck. So for the time being, the extra deck is 3 Utopias, because he's a really good rank 4, 2 Gem-Knight Pearls, because the 2/6 attack is really nice to have, especially against stuff like Stardust and whatnot. He's like Gaia Knight. He's just a generic 2/6 beta, but he's an Xyz instead of a Synchro, which is, awesome. And then the only rank 3 at the moment that I run is 3 Leviathans. That will change when the tin reprint of Zen Mines comes out, but until then, that's the only rank 3 I run, because the only one I really deem worthy of running, apart from Zen Mines, there's stuff like Terabyte, but you need 3 level 3s for that, and I only run 3 level 3s. Oh, right, actually no, I run 4. I've got Grand Mole as well, but you don't really want to be using up 3 of them for something like a Terabyte. Shock Ruler isn't legal in Europe yet, so I can't run him. Wait, hold on. He's a 4, I think. Never mind that. But yeah. So until Zen Mines gets reprinted, I've only got that as a rank 3. But as soon as the reprint comes out, I'll get me a few copies of Zen Mines, and I'll run that. But for now, that is my deck profile for Crystal Beasts. Thank you very much for watching.